Hello everyone. My name is Jyoti and I'm a talent acquisition professional with 17 years of experience across industries like oil and gas, energy, telecom, startups and manufacturing. I have majorly worked in India, Middle East and Asia Pacific region. So today in this session, I'll compare the European interview process with the Indian recruitment approach, highlighting the key differences in the interview structure, the expectations of the candidates and the hiring managers, and the cultural nuances of the process being followed. So firstly, we'll be talking about the hiring differences across both the regions. We'll be focusing on the key areas, including the interview structure, the candidate experience, and the evaluation methods used by the hiring managers and the HR, and also talking about understanding of both the markets, why the purview is important. Let's talk about the key differences in the process and the approach followed in both the regions. In the tabular format, you can see I have covered four major aspects, which is the interview process length, the interview formats, the decision-making process, and the candidate experiences. So in European market, we generally see it is more standardized, structured with multiple rounds of interviews, 3 to 5 rounds of interviews, focusing on the cultural fitment, the behavioral competencies, and technical skills, and it takes 4 to 8 weeks to complete the entire process. Whereas in India, it is more of a fast-paced, often flexible with variations based on a company's size and the industry. The technical roles may have multiple rounds of interviews, but the decision making is much faster as compared to the European market, and they are able to close the positions between 2 to 4 weeks time period. Talking about the interview format, as I said, in Europe, it is more of behavioral and competency-based structures. Many a times, being psychometric assessments being conducted as a mandatory part. The panelists consider it very important to have a pure and overall assessment of the candidates. In India, it is a mix of a technical, the managerial, and the cultural fitment assessment. In decision-making process, the data-driven, panel-based structured feedback is the prime focus in European market, whereas in India, you'll see it is more influenced by the hiring manager's preferences and sometimes faster decision-making process is seen. Talking about the candidate experience, in Europe, there is a strong emphasis on the work-life balance, the soft skills, and the values assignment. Interviews may include the competency assessments, as I said, and situational judgment questions are being considered. Whereas in India, there is more focus on technical competencies and willingness of the candidates to adapt to a fast-changing business needs and the requirements. So it is more process driven and often lacks a structured feedback in case of candidates from India, whereas in Europe, there are more transparent, detailed feedback and candidate-centric feedbacks. Talking briefly about employer and candidates' expectations, as we understood, European market focuses more on cultural fitment, soft skills, and long-term alignments. Indian market more emphasizes on technical skills and the immediate job fitment. European market is well-defined structured interviews with the mix of technical and behavioral assessments. And in India, it is a faster hiring decisions due to the business urgency. The expectations through pre-screening, the CV assessments, the psychometric tests being conducted on the candidates is on the higher side, whereas in India, it is more on networking references. The hiring manager's discretion plays a pivotal role in closing a position. European market often emphasizes on the work-life balance, the benefits, and the compliances. India majorly focuses on the salary negotiations and the offer acceptance rates are crucial concerns for the HRs in India. Talking about the final thoughts and key takeaways from this session, the European hiring approach is more structured, more process driven, and candidate focused. In India, you will see the hiring processes is dynamic, business driven, and efficiency focused. And it is more important to understand these differences because that helps the HR of both the regions in tailoring the job applications and the interviews for both the respective regions. Any questions? We'll be happy to discuss. Thank you.